Welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today I am reporting from Seville, Spain. For Americans out there and English and Kiwis and Aussies, I am in Seville, Spain. Man, what a spot to smoke. So, no cigar lounges here. Most of the bars, restaurants, cafes will allow you to smoke outside, and some of them have courtyards behind the building. You know, equally as nice, it's not as hustle and bustle, and they will allow you to smoke there as well. So, you know, I guess cigar lounges, pretty friggin' redundant. I just want to say thank you to the Eat, Smoke, Drink crew for giving me a parting gift before I left New Zealand on this little journey. Eat, Smoke, Drink shirt. Thank you very much. You're probably wondering why I haven't worn it in any of my other reviews. Well, when I left New Zealand in April, suffice it to say I was about 7 kilos or 6 kilos heavier, and so wearing this shirt made me feel like a sausage being squashed in a stocking, okay? You know, like things were just sticking out and it was just too tight, but I finally lost some weight and I can wear this shirt. So, well, at least wear it without being embarrassed like a sausage. Anyway, so I'm going to pair 2 drinks with a cigar today. And the cigar that I'm actually reviewing is the cigar that I'm reviewing is the My Father Le Bijou 1922. Okay, you've probably seen this. Well presented stick, you know, embossed label, beautiful orange ribbon thingy there. So make sure you take that off. You don't want to be smoking that ribbon, you know, like hints of nylon. So today I'm going to be pairing this with 2 drinks. One is, actually both drinks are quintessential to Spain. The first one is what you would know as vermouth. Okay, vermouth. They serve it with either lemon or orange, usually orange, salsa orange, with a big cube of ice in a glass like this. Also known as vermouth. V in Spain is B, so V is B. And the second drink that I'm going to pair it with towards the end of the cigar is a Pedro Jimenez. Okay, a Pedro Jimenez sherry. I mean, if you don't know what a Pedro Jimenez sherry is, off. I'm kidding. No, seriously. No, Pedro Jimenez sherry is probably one of the most famous sherries because of the whiskey that I review in the whiskey world out there. As soon as it's a PX cask, everyone wants it. So I thought I would review 2 quintessential Spanish drinks with this cigar, but also a Pedro Jimenez to kind of, one, the sugar helps me from the nicotine buzz, but also it kind of, you know, it's kind of cool to review a drink that is the base of what a good whiskey can become, you know what I mean? So anyway, let's get cutting, let's get toasted. I don't have a lighter, so pretty tough. Let's hope that sticks. Hope that sticks. So, vermouth. It's a fortified type of wine. Absolutely palatable, absolutely delicious, and absolutely addictive. You can down a couple of those without even knowing, and before you know it, so, first impressions, toothy wrapper, dark, quite oily. It's not really a Maduro, but it essentially might as well be a Maduro. Quite oily, spicy, peppery, dark cocoa, espresso. But there's something up with the puff, so I'm trying to figure out why it's not puffing right. Let me just... That's better. That's better. Sometimes you just gotta cut the tip a little bit more. Give it a bit of a Jewish circumcision style going on. Coffee. Coffee, woody, burnt hay, a bit of dark chocolate and mocha. The smoke is actually not as oily as you would think it is looking at the wrapper, so that's quite deceiving. The smoke is quite a dry smoke. Quite a dry smoke. The smoke output isn't as heavy as I want it to be, and that could just be the cigar itself. But a very dry smoke, surprisingly, and this has been kept in a good humidity as well, so at least about 75. But quite a spicy, peppery thing. I'm going to let it cool down a bit. And the vermouth is exceptionally well paired with it because the sweetness just tapers the cigar's punch. And this is by no means, so far, what I'm feeling from it, by no means it is a soft cigar. It ain't a soft smoking cigar. It is a rich, deeply complex cigar. But anyway, I will see you at the end of the first third. So I'm approaching the first third. What I discovered about this is that because it's a torpedo shape, it's got a funnel on the end. I did cut it a little bit lower down to give a better puff, a better draw. But also you have to take it slow because with that torpedo format, all of the smoke and all of the flavor and tar just concentrates to that end. If you smoke this too fast, it's going to wallop you. Although if you're a veteran smoker and you're smoking every single day, well, probably won't. You probably need more than a cigar, you probably need a crack pipe. But I've been smoking only about once a month in the last few months, once a month average. So my tolerance has been a lot lower, so I've been taking a lot slower. So anyway. Coffee is the theme. It's got nuttiness on it, like a toasted cashew, toasted almonds, a little bit of peanut. Like, you know when you roast a peanut on a pan, maybe you're about to make some satay or something, you roast some peanuts on the pan, and it's just that, just burgeoning on a little bit over toasted, just a little bit. It's got a little bit of that. It's a bit of a oxymoron, this cigar, because it's dry smoke, but it tastes oily, so it's a really bizarre. It's dry smoke, thin, not too heavy, but it also tastes very oily and viscous, so that's a bit of a conundrum there. There's a bit of respect because it's quite a peppery cigar, quite a spicy cigar, and I'm talking about like a chili, like a pepper powder, you know, like a spicy powder, just a hint of that in the flavor profile. But a little bit of wet soil, old wet leather. But a very pleasurable cigar. Definitely on the spicy side. Definitely on the spicy side. I haven't had one of these in years, but definitely on the spicy side. But this is why also I decided to pair it with a sweet, sugary drink. Towards the end, when I'm nearing the band, when I take off the first band, there's two bands, I'm going to start on my Pedro Jimenez. But what a great environs to review a cigar. You know, on my left, a couple of guys playing chess, having a beer. A fantastic environment to have a cigar. It's just nice and warm, lots of fresh air. Ironic because I'm smoking a cigar. And just the hustle and bustle of, you know, tourists and locals alike. It's fantastic. I am actually in Old Town Seville, so. Oh, and this bar as well is called the Universal People Bar. Great food, great drinks, and they have Pedro Jimenez as well. Not everyone has Pedro Jimenez, but you know, most people would have it. It's pretty quintessential here. Yeah, you have to smoke it slow, puff it slow. I'll see you somewhere in the second third. So I just switched angles. I wanted you to have a backdrop of the town square over here. There's plenty of these town squares. This is a cathedral, a church called Villejas. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Old buildings, old churches. So I just want to switch tables and switch angles so you can see the backdrop of where I am right now, because before you could just see the convenience store over there, which is still pretty authentic, but this is just more authentic, you know. Now we're now towards the second third. Now this cigar is actually smoking much faster than I want it to be. But because of the breeze and the wind is actually just speeding up the combustion of my cigar. But that's okay. Look, I'm smoking less, but I'm appreciating every puff. Ironically enough, I'm getting more leathery notes from this. More leathery, sweeter notes from this. I can get that really, really good ferment, well-aged tobaccos, well-fermented tobaccos, a fantastically produced cigar with fantastic tobaccos. I don't know if it's Nicaraguan or whatever, I don't really give a shit. I don't care about that stuff. I mean, it can be made in Mars for all I care, or grown in central Gobi Desert, I don't care. Leathery, nutty, a nut butter. Like I'm getting like an oily nut butter note out of it, like a sensation. Everyone loves a good nut butter. Okay, I got a little bit excited with the nut butter there for a while. Sorry about that, I digress. The spice has actually tapered off. Now, either my palate has just grown accustomed to the spice, or it has softened up and limbered up. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And the vermouth is a great match. This just shows you, you don't have to pair cigars with whiskey or cognac or any of that. Any drinks you can. You can do wine, you can do beer, you can do all sorts of drinks. Hell, I sometimes even have hot chocolate with a cigar. Hot chocolate and a cigar, don't underestimate that. I'll see you at the last third, and maybe I might eat something today. Look at that, it's like raisin juice. Oh, I'm friggin' excited with this one. But the gentleman here is going to get me to try another drink.
Alright, canasta, this one. Sweet.
What is it called?
Too. Both sweet.
Canasta, both sweet, from Jerez.
If you want something dry, you can ask for Palomo Fino, okay?
Okay, might be too much, I might get drunk and then sleep.
Yeah, for tomorrow.
Alright, so we have another dry sherry here. So actually what I might do is very kind of them. Now I am told that the dry sherry is more of a dessert. Sorry, a digestive, but let's see. Oh, wow. That is fantastic. Oh, God, that's fantastic. So I'm gonna go through, actually I'm gonna give that a break, and I'm gonna go through these two. Dry sherry, Pedro Jimenez. This is an ironic one. It's sweet, but also dry. So I don't know how that works. It's on the nose you get a bit of corkboard, a bit of a cork smell. It's sweet. Oh, it's like condensed berry. And there's like what I love about sherries is that there's a bit of a funk to it. There's a bit of a distinct funk on these sherries. Oh, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. And then we have the Pedro Jimenez. Now this is the grand finale. This is the grand finale. Let me have a puff. Oh, that cigar is fantastic. So the viscosity, it's hard to see on the camera, but the viscosity is just so thick, so thick. I don't know, hopefully you can see that. You swirl it on the glass and it just goes like that. Oh my God. If I end up touching myself while I'm filming this, forgive me, I will rate it as R18. I'm just kidding. Everyone's welcome. So, this is so viscous, so sweet, so concentrated. Oh my God. Oh, I am in consumption heaven right now. I'm in consumption heaven right now. And I purposely didn't eat before this so I can get a little bit tipsy. Oh my God. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Anyway, I'm gonna see you again towards the second third / last third, okay? Oh. But just to give you a bit of an insight to the flavors I'm getting out of this, you get hit with a sugary sweetness. It's got a cough syrup viscosity, cough syrup texture, but it is heavily sweet, sugary, and then you're followed up by a fungal funk that cannot be explained unless you taste it. Good God, man. I can rub this all over my chest and just wallow in it. Like, I can fill a bathtub and just like wallow in the bathtub. Now I'm getting weird looks from people because I'm like rubbing my chest and nips. Oh. This is the last third. What I love about the stick is that it's consistent from start to finish. I love the culture here. No one cares about you smoking. No one cares about you smoking. It's like, you want to eat, smoke, drink? Go and eat, smoke, drink. Because everyone just minds their own business. You do what you want to do that tastes and feel good, alright? It's getting more intense now for sure, but the flavor profile is still consistent. The coffee is always there. The spiciness has subsided. The smoke has gotten more oily and intense. And it's time for me to call it. Is it the golden buzzer? Yes. My father, torpedo format, Le Bijou, 1922. I don't know what that means. 1922. It is a go for me. Golden buzzer, fantastic stick. I mean, I will smoke more of this, I tell you now. As far as normal releases go, what I consider to be a budget smoke, this is the way. Now, I know you get cheaper smokes out there, but look, I don't smoke that often, so once again, it's smoke less, smoke the best, right? And this is definitely in that category. Fantastic texture, fantastic complexity, delicious. Smoke output is great. I mean, I would have brought my lighter with me, but I couldn't, so I had to light. Look at how many matches I had to go through to try and light it. But that's because I'm outdoors, and it's all good. It's all good. Oh, wow, that is a great stick. And as we can see here, fortified wines, you can match them with any fortified wine you want, and it tends to suit it. Because cigars are all about indulgence, it's all about hedonism, it's all about enjoyment and luxuriousness. So whether it's a sherry from Jerez, I'm not sure. I apologize for the Spanish people that might tell me my pronunciation is shite, but forgive me, I am from a British colony. Fantastic stick. But I've got to say, my favorite out of the lot, the headliner here, is the Pedro Jimenez. They gave me a free sherry, so I thought I'd reward them with a little bit of a little order of a jamon iberico. So if you don't know what jamon is, look, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to play by the Eat, Smoke, Drink formula today. So I'm going to eat something, and this is the first time I've really done it properly. I'm going to order a plate of jamon iberico. If you don't know what a jamon is, then you haven't lived. It's like Jesus came from the sky, or the gods decided we are going to create a special pig with a black foot, and we're going to make them eat acorns, nuts, and olives. And once the pigs are fattened, we're going to take their leg, their hind leg, and we're going to make a ham. Jamon is basically the god's ham, okay? Spain is known for its sherry, and it's known for its jamon. So, eat, smoke, drink, let's do it. So I've ordered a plate of jamon, and it's coming. I think a bit of food would be great. So when they fatten these pigs up with acorns and olives and nuts, and they free range and stick their snout on the ground, they turn into these fat little pigs, fat little black pigs, and they produce the most wonderful meat. And dare I say it, a meat that even a vegan would be tempted by. Okay? A vegan would be tempted by this meat. So I ordered a little plate of that. Let's wait for it to come. And this cigar is still serving me well. The burn is not the best, but I can't touch it up because I don't have a torch lighter or a lighter. And trying to touch the cigar up with matches is just like pushing shit uphill. So I can't really do that. But look at this behind me. It's just the vibe here in Seville, it's absolutely fantastic. Here we go. Oh, no bread. Just come on. Thank you. So if you don't know what jamon is, jamon, look at that. It is just absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Oh. Look at that. Holy Christ. That's... Oh. If America was to invade a nation, oh my God. If America was to invade a nation for oil, for minerals, it has to be, the third thing has to be for jamon. It's, look at that. It's, I have to show you. I can't even begin to, look at that. If you were to invade a nation, conquer them for one intellectual property. Oh, Jesus. It has to be jamon. Jamon, Iberico, Bellota, Pata Negra. And at this stage, I don't even give a shit. Pairing it with a cigar, sherry, keeping in mind, jamon is completely raw, uncooked raw. So if you're in the paleo diet or the raw meat diet, the jamon has got to be your go-to. I'm like a hedonism bot. It is just absolutely phenomenal. I love Spain. I love Spain. I do. I love Spain. And one of the reasons to love Spain is the jamon. Make sure you eat, smoke, drink. I could die right now. There could be a terrorist bombing behind me. I get hit by shrapnel in the face. Get decapitated by ISIS. I'd be a happy man. Like, I'm surrounded by absolute goodness. Absolute goodness.